Hi everyone, it's Mark here to help a little bit with your IELTS preparation. This is a free video designed to help you prepare for your upcoming IELTS test. This one we're focusing on writing specifically. We're based here in Melbourne, Australia, here at Primus English, and that's me right there. If you're in Melbourne, come say hi to us. Come say hi, and I'd love to meet you and talk to you about what you need for your IELTS exam. We've got evening classes. Come see if we can help you. I'll put that away for now. Now today we're looking at writing task 2. That's the essay question. Specifically, we're looking at these types of questions. These questions that say, to what extent do you agree? Now, here's a question. Some people believe that unpaid community service should be a compulsory part of high school programs. For example, a charity, improving the neighborhood, or teaching sports to younger children. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Now, I'm not going to talk too much about how to answer them, but the very simple and standard way is to say you can totally agree, totally disagree, or you can mostly agree or mostly disagree. Okay? Now, I'm not going to get into a lot of detail about that. You have to have an opinion on that. But I will tell you about how to structure your essay. First of all, your introduction. Now, the first sentence, everyone says the hook or the general background. Keep it simple. X is a problem or X is important. In this case, community service, you're probably going to say it's important. Make sure you explain why it is important or why it is a problem. Make sure you've addressed the question in your introduction, and then extremely important, state your position. Do not leave that for the end. Unless you're a very good writer, that's going to be very difficult for you to do successfully. So let's take a look at how that works. In the essay I've designed for you, I have decided to go with strong agree. Now why don't I just shift that so we can see things properly. So if you see here, community service is an excellent opportunity to create a cohesive and safe environment for all who live within it. So, what have I done? I've said something is important, and I've explained. Now, I said explain in the first sentence, so you could just write community service is important, full stop. It is an excellent opportunity, but I've put it all into one sentence. Then I've done the next bit. I've addressed the question, right? Making this service a compulsory part of high school education, and I've stated my position. Would ensure that young people learn to care for the community and also important training for their future and education and careers. So I've put my position. It's important, and having it free would be a positive thing. So I've addressed the question and stated my position. So make sure you do those 4 things. It could be 4 sentences. I've combined mine into 2. I should also say this is typically designed to help people get to a 7. You can still get a higher score with what I teach here, but the most important thing I'm putting in here is the structure. How do you design your answer? So to get a better score than 7, you just need more development of your idea, but probably more importantly is more accurate and complex grammar and more vocabulary that is less common. And you can see that here, like, where is it? Create a cohesive and safe environment, right? That's some advanced vocabulary. For all who live within it, advanced grammar. So the more you do that, the higher your score will be for grammar and vocabulary. Now, very important, in your body paragraphs, have a clear topic sentence. So I've done that here. Community service teaches behavior which directly improves cities and towns. So clear position. Teaches good behavior. Then extend your ideas. This is where people get into a lot of trouble. So let me show you what we're going to do here. So first, here's my first point. The people involved would be helping keep the neighborhood clean and safe. Now, so what? This is the most important thing. You've told me your position, right? It would help people keep things clean and safe. But then what are you going to talk about next? You have to develop the idea. what is the effect? And then I've got here some grammar points that could help you do that. You could go with consequently. I think a more effective way is to use a participle clause, comma allowing, or comma leading to. And in this case, keep it clean and safe, comma, preventing them from getting bored and making them personally invested in the community's prosperity. So again, here's some more advanced vocabulary. Also, remember, getting bored, making them personally invested, also good vocabulary. But remember, two easy words together, those are important as well. But more importantly here, I've extended the idea. So I've said, why is this important? It prevents them from getting bored. And I've also used a less common grammar structure. That's these participle clauses. And then more effect. So again, what's the effect of that? This, in turn, may reduce delinquency and crime. I could arguably extend that more, right? That, after school between 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock is when children get into trouble, but I've left that out. Secondly, if high school students coached, so I've completed that idea. So here, the way we teach it at Primus is we develop critical thinking with all these different ideas. I've just done one, all right? I've talked about the effect, but that's enough to get an extended point. So what typically happens is people will just say this, and then they'll be like, okay, secondly. But this is fully extending. Secondly, my next point, if high school students coached younger children, as the example says, not only would younger children benefit by having older mentors, but the high school children themselves would benefit by having the opportunity to be leaders. Again, so what? So why is this important? And you can see here I've got that. Conclude the point. The more we encourage young people to get involved, the more responsibly they will behave. Comma, and again I go to the effect, creating an environment which citizens can be proud of. So keep in mind, I've used the same grammar point twice, but it actually looks different each time. And just by talking about effect, I've extended my idea. You don't want to just keep going, new idea, new idea, new idea. Extend your first idea more. Next, this service will teach high school students useful skills that will benefit them later in life. Okay, benefit them later in life. That's my first point. That's my topic sentence, sorry. The rest of the paragraph needs to support this. That's important. When these students grow up and attend university and get jobs, they will have more confidence to deal with the challenges they will eventually face, such as difficult exams and job interviews. So again, right, I've explained how they will benefit specifically. Here I always talk about reversals. What if we don't give students this opportunity? Well, in this one I just kind of went with the regular if we give people these opportunities, they will be better prepared for the difficulties of adult life. Now, devil's advocate. Why would people disagree? So one reason people might say, oh, we can just tell them in a classroom. We don't have to make them do work. Although schools may find it easier to teach civics, so good behavior, good citizen behavior, in a classroom, they will learn much more from real experience. So again, I've said why other people would disagree, but I've got this point here. They will learn more from experience. Conclusion. Now, in your conclusion, I generally tell my students, don't write in conclusion. It's not necessary. It doesn't really help once you've already got a 5 or a 6. You don't need to write in conclusion anymore. You want to save that time to say more important things. Your conclusion should be quite straightforward. Look to the future. Okay, don't just say the same thing again. That's a common mistake. Don't repeat what you've already said. You're actually not going to get a good score if you're repeating yourself, because the actual examiners are looking to see if you're just repeating the same ideas. And be careful, a lot of teachers are teaching this, so don't repeat yourself. If we want children to grow strong and successful adults, right, that's summarizing, that's briefly saying what I said here. They need to be given the tools to do so. By the way, very nice connection. To do so, to become strong and successful. Community service teaches young people to lead and to respect themselves and their neighborhood and neighbors. Not beautiful, but here, making it compulsory would be a step towards building stronger communities. So again, I've looked to the future. I've said, if we want children to be good in the future, if we want our communities to be stronger in the future, this is what we must do. So remember, at the end of your essay, people have taken this time to read it. So why? Make sure you make that point. This comes down to the final point of IELTS preparation. If you're preparing for writing or speaking, don't just learn these structures. Like, for example, in my opinion, that doesn't really matter. What matters is that you care, that you have a good, strong opinion. At the school, at Primus English, we spend a lot of time just reading articles on these topics, watching TED Talks that talk about this. That's where ideas come from. So please remember, if there's one thing that you want to have more than, these little things you can memorize, it's ideas first. All right? That is easily the most important thing you can have. All right? You really want to be developing your ideas, your opinions, okay? When someone asks you, what do you think about this topic? You need to have a clear idea. That will make writing easy. 40 minutes for your writing test, that's more than enough time if you have a clear idea. And please remember, guys, you got your test coming soon. Don't just use this video the day before the test. Use this before you start practicing. Anyway, guys, I hope that helped. Sorry I've been a little quiet today. I got some classrooms and there are people busy all around me. But good luck. Please let me know if this has helped you. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.